What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a Week 9 2015 NFL recap. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the games that were played on Sunday, November 8th. As I said before, definitely go ahead and download the podcast Source app on Android if you want the GmiasWorld Podcast. On iTunes, it's available at GmiasWorld Podcast directly. You can also subscribe on iTunes so that you get the podcast faster than anybody else, even faster than when it's released on YouTube most of the times. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into the first game, the Packers at the Panthers. This one was very interesting because the Panthers was blowing them out to start the game. Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, has taken himself out of the MVP race. Just my opinion. He, for 2 weeks straight, I understand people are going to say he has no offensive line, blah, blah, blah. He dances around in the pocket. He does a lot of crap. I'm not really concerned about all that stuff. I'm just talking about making plays with nothing, because if you look on the other side, Cam Newton, who's Cam Newton's #1 receiver? Ted Ginn? Don't make me laugh, bro. Listen, the guy is working with a rookie in Funchess, and Ted Ginn is a bum. We all know that. Jonathan Stewart didn't really have a solid run game yesterday. And it's not the kind of situation where you can say that, you know, he's working with a lot. You know, pretty much, there's no excuse right now for the Packers. They got exposed by the Broncos, who we're going to get to them in a second. But, you know, a lot of things were going on the sideline with the Packers. Randall got a nice pick towards the end. Cam Newton made a crazy little throw to Ted Ginn. I don't know why he's throwing the ball to Ted Ginn. He should have probably just threw it to somebody on the sideline, like a cheerleader or something, because Ted Ginn is just a certified bum, and he's still working with him. But that pick at the end of the game kind of gave them a chance to come back and tie the game. But we all know Aaron Rodgers threw a pick as he was getting sacked at the end of the game. But Clinton Dix, you know, got into an altercation, I guess, with, you know, Julius Peppers, and then B.J. Raji stepped in and pushed him. You know, these young boys, bro. He apologized later on Twitter, but, you know, frustration is going to start to happen when the defense is not playing well. And it just goes to show you that even well-coached teams, like, I never thought that I would see that on a Mike McCarthy team. It happens, though. You know, dudes are young. They say things they're not supposed to be saying. They try to act like they, you know, like they don't have no respect for authority, bro. Like, these dudes haven't been doing it forever. And it just starts to show, like, a lot of tension inside their area that I didn't think that it was there. I didn't think that that was a situation that I would see there. But when you're losing, a lot of things happen. A lot of things start to happen, and the Packers don't look good to me. So I'm not really worried about them. They're tied right now with the Minnesota Vikings in the North, the NFC North. So I'm not really worried about the Packers anymore. Earlier in the year, I thought they might be able to do something. You know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, I don't know about him right now. He made some plays, whatever, and a lot of guys are going to continue to talk about his O-line, but no team right now, not even the Patriots, are playing with a solid O-line. But, you know, guys are making it happen. Guys are stepping up. Guys are getting the ball out their hands fast. And, you know, they got to maybe run some more slant plays, do some other stuff. But there's no excuse at this point, especially with who you're playing against, because I was one of the guys that used to go crazy on Cam Newton for the past couple of years. You know, listen, this guy wasn't making plays. He was standing in the pocket getting sacked. Listen, after he beat that Seattle Seahawks team, he's been a completely different person. And like I said, you know, guys say that, you know, one game doesn't make the man. This guy has really turned it up. Cam Newton, listen, he deserves a lot of credit for what he's working with. That defense is powerful, but he's putting up points. He's putting up points, and people didn't expect this. You know, this is not something that everybody's like, okay, you know what, it's going to happen. No, this is not something that everybody thought was going to happen. Let's just pump the brakes here, because I know I didn't. He's working with a lot of receivers that, you know, like, we know what Teddy Ginn is. You know, the guy's been moved around from place to place. You know, he can't catch. At most, he's like a great punt returner, kick returner, slash. You know, he's not. He's working at it, but he's gonna cost them in the long run, because he's a bum. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that he doesn't make plays. He's not clutch. He's not clutch. And you know, that whole situation with Julius Peppers not wanting to give Cam Newton the ball, it's just a lot of BS that's going on over there. And I really don't know. It just seems like the Packers are falling apart. In my opinion, the Packers look like they're falling apart, and Cam Newton at the same time is starting to turn into something that a lot of people probably didn't see. And he's still young in his career. Don't think that, you know, this is over. You know, this is not something that it's not just gonna go away. If Cam Newton continues to grow, he gets some more pieces, they start building around him. He already, I believe, has the #1 corner in the league right now in Josh Norman. The defense is playing well. They got a solid core. I don't know, man. You know, I know the road to the playoffs is gonna be going through Charlotte. I know that much. Other than that, you know, the Packers have been a complete letdown for the last couple of weeks, and that's pretty much it. I don't know exactly why it's happening like that with them. You know, like I said, again, the O-line situation may be an excuse that a lot of people use, but I'm not prepared to use that at this point. I just think that they're playing like garbage, and the Denver Broncos exposed them, and it is what it is. Redskins at the Patriots, 27-10. Let me go ahead and tell you this right now. The Redskins suck. RG3 sucks, even though he's not playing. I just can't stand looking at his face. His career is pretty much over. I don't know who's going to give him another chance. I know certain people can get like a rebirth, and all of a sudden they can start doing well. I don't really see that for RG3. Johnny Manziel maybe, but RG3, I just think that he lacks a lot of confidence because of the knee injuries and a lot of other things that's happened to him. I don't see that getting better for the Redskins at all. They played so horribly overall. The Patriots were playing with them at at most points in the game. It was a joke, and that's embarrassing as an NFL team when you go out there and that's what you do. The kind of show you put on after a week of practice, you go out there and you do that. Tom Brady, I don't know what to say about this guy, man. I think he's gonna get the MVP, and Roger Goodell's gonna have to suck his pride up, or act like he's sick on the day that he's supposed to get it. And I don't know what else to say. The guy, they had a I forgot what they had, a tight end or something at O-line or some crap. I don't even know what was going on. They was putting guys in off the street actively during the game. The Patriots just find a way to make plays, and I get a lot of guys telling me, yeah, bro, they're cheaters, whatever. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You can have the blueprint to everything in football and it still not go the way that it's supposed to go. So regardless of what's happening, all the shit that's happening, all the complaints, Tom Brady has, on a regular basis, I mean consistent basis, delivered. That's the difference between him and Peyton Manning. Tom Brady has let people down in the Super Bowl, but he had to get to the Super Bowl, and they had to fight for it. The Giants had to, listen, the Lord himself or the devil, somebody made a deal with either the Lord or the devil for the Giants to win those 2 Super Bowls against the Patriots. Because the way the game was going, it was not supposed to happen. So somebody sold their soul. Somebody did a lot of craziness. Somebody went to, that underground place and, cut a chicken's head off. They did a lot of craziness. It's no way that they just went out there and outright beat the Patriots. But it happened, and stuff happens. But at the end of the day, if you're going to put your money on a quarterback, it definitely won't be Peyton Manning. And I know he's about to break Brett Favre's record, who also, in my opinion, was just a guy that threw a lot of picks and just threw the ball a lot. So it was no way that he was going to get a lot of yards. He was, he got the 1 Super Bowl early in his career. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. I really don't know what Peyton Manning's legacy is going to be, other than a guy that he won sometimes. He wasn't a clutch guy. He was a great regular season quarterback. This is his legacy, a great regular season quarterback, a guy that could read defenses but not well enough, because back in the day when the Patriots were just doing them dirty, when Rodney Harrison, all them boys was on him, Ty Law and them boys, to say that he's a genius and all the stuff that I hear about him is a joke. Did he change some aspects of the game, coming to the line, understanding the defenses, calling them out? Yes. But is he a winner? You see, he won a Super Bowl, so you can't really say he's a loser, but the guy just never comes through. Why am I going so hard on him and I haven't gotten to that game yet? Yeah, give me a chance. I'm going to get to Peyton Manning in a second, but I just don't like to hear the whole situation with, oh, let's compare him to Peyton Manning. Let's compare him to Peyton Manning. I don't really understand exactly what people want to hear. It's a situation where people have to understand. You could call Tom Brady a cheater, a deflate baller, you know what I'm saying? All kind of things. You could call him whatever you want. But the guy, without the valid proof of him actually doing it, it's crazy. It's crazy to just think about the situation that this guy is really out there performing with not a lot of things on his O-line. But yet still, we could, listen, we could say, oh yeah, but look at Aaron, Aaron Rodgers is, no, bro. No, it just doesn't work out that way. It's not working out for me. I don't like it. I don't like the excuses, because if the Patriots could just put in anybody, bro, guys not even playing their position, but they're playing their hearts out because they believe in what, they believe in what the coach and the staff prepares for. Now, nobody expected the Redskins to win this game, so I'm not going to act like, you know, it was a major thing. The Patriots just wanted to breeze through. Some games are going to be like that. They didn't really want to blow them out crazy. They could have if they wanted to. The Redskins are a joke, in my opinion. But, you know, all in all, we got to see how it turns out. But I believe that, you know, the AFC is locked down by the Patriots. I did tweet out that I thought the Vernon Davis signing with the Broncos would help the Broncos and that might help put them over the hump. But then they have Peyton Manning at quarterback. We're gonna get to Peyton Manning in a second though. Let's just continue to go down through the recap. Titans at the Saints. Titans 34, Saints 28. Mariota is a great quarterback in this league for being as a rookie. A great quarterback as a rookie, which means nothing more than a great quarterback at a rookie stage in his career. He's a rookie that's playing out of his mind right now. Whenever he gets in the zone, he plays out of his mind. Now, a lot of things had to go his way. Tips that fell into, you know, that whatever his type. Delaney Walker's hand, she ran it for 6. All that stuff happened. A lot of things happened that probably shouldn't have happened. And I'm not saying that the Titans just went outright and just beat on the Saints, but I am saying that. You know, they fired Wisenhunt, whatever his name. He's a bum. They got Malarkey in there. Obviously, that guy had to go. You know, 3-20 over however many seasons he played. I don't know what he was doing. He's a bum. I don't know why most of these coaches are even given a job to do this. It doesn't even make any sense. But as a rookie, I'm not saying great overall like every quarterback involved. As a rookie quarterback, he's playing great. He's playing out of his mind. And he showed up. And that play to seal it, that walk-off touchdown, man, where everybody went with him with the rollout, that was a great play call. That was great. It was a lot better than when Michael Vick was at QB and they had him rolling to his right or some kind of crap, and he went like he's a lefty. Like, this was beautiful for Mariota. He's rolling to the right side. Everybody's gonna follow him because of his speed. Throws it right to a wide open receiver. That's it. It's over. Drew Brees, he played well, but guess what, Brandon Browner? You're a bum, bro, and you've been a bum. You know, pass interference, and you act like you don't know what you're doing. Like, bro, you're slow, but you're tall. And you worked out very, very well with the Seahawks. You should have stayed there. You went and got a Super Bowl, though, with the Patriots, which worked out for you. I can't really complain and say you made the bad decision, but you're being exposed now. You're slow. You're just tall. Dudes could run right by you like they were doing. And I don't know why more people don't just, you know, run right by you. I understand your press is heavy and you lock people down at the line of scrimmage, but, you know, you may hold a little bit, but this guy is just, I don't know what he's doing. But kudos to the Titans, man. Listen, I told a lot of people that this game the Titans were gonna win this game. Sometimes you gotta fire people, bruh. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, sometimes you just need to get rid of dudes that's not doing the job. Obviously, Ken Wisenhunt wasn't doing the job, and it gives a spark to the team, and a lot of things are able to change. The Saints, I don't know how much more they have with this whole Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Drew Brees look like he gotta go. I know he's playing well, don't get me wrong, but it's like you need something new now. It's not resulting in wins on a regular consecutive basis. And I don't know, it's just not the same feel. It's not the same feel no more with the Saints. I don't know, man. Looking at it, like watching it, Drew Brees, yeah, even when he threw those 7 touchdowns against the Giants, it wasn't like he was like a boss. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same kind of, it's not the same feeling there. But you know when you're in that dome, you know you're about to get that work. But when now you let the Titans come in there and beat you in your dome, it's like, what? Where's the luster? You know, it's just like, all right, bro, like, you guys are bums. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But it was a very entertaining game. And like I said, a lot of things had to go well for the Titans, but they earned a lot of things too. So it's not all, you know, just luck. The Delaney Walker play, yeah, but they continue to play and they played hard, and that's why they came out with the victory. The Saints, I really don't know what to say about the Saints, man. I'm just glad that they won that one Super Bowl, man, because I don't think they're doing anything for a while, to be honest with you. Dolphins at the Bills. Bills 33, Dolphins 17. I was happy to see Sammy Watkins deliver, because after he did that Instagram rant where he was just saying, you know, you guys gonna be working your little jobs and I'm gonna be rich, basically what he was saying. He lost a lot of fans. He's a douchebag. But, you know, young guys make mistakes, and we understand that from this point forward, we're gonna always remember that that's the way he feels. Most of these guys feel that way, but they just don't say it. You know, but it was good to see that. He came out, Tyrod Taylor threw a dot to him, nice high arcing ball, but we're not expecting much from Brent Grimes. He's slow, he's short, he's a douche, and that's pretty much it. The Dolphins came out like a bat out of hell with their new interim head coach Dan Campbell, and then now they're back down to reality. You know what I'm saying, bro? Pretty much is what's happening, bro. You guys got a couple of wins, and you guys thought it was sweet, and now dudes are beating the hell out of you. I'm very interested to see what happens with the Bills and the Jets, though. I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets in that game, because I think Rex Ryan folds under pressure. But I'm very interested to see what happens. LaShawn McCoy looked fresh. The rookie running back looked fresh from the Bills. Other than that, the defense played decent. They pretty much locked up. It was a defensive game on the Bills, by the Bills standpoint. But you know, all in all, Rex Ryan's going to let you down, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm not too excited about it. I have yet to see what happens with it, but like I said, man, Rex Ryan, I don't know about him, and I believe that he's the problem. You know, I don't know. It's something about him. Ever since he became skinny, man, he should have just stayed fat and died or something like that. You know, like, you know, and not saying died like that. I'm just saying it's a higher chance for bad things to happen when you're fat. But he took away all of his demeanor, his aura. He took away everything when he got the liposuction action going on. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we have yet to see. Rams at the Vikings. Vikings 21, Rams 18. As you guys know, Teddy Bridgewater took a vicious hit. Well, it wasn't really vicious, but it looked kind of dirty that the guy was going into the slide, but it looks like more of a bang-bang play. You know, the dude just went to sleep on the field after he got that hit. I don't know what's going to happen with him. Adrian Peterson, I think over 100 yards, a touchdown. Gurley had a decent game, but I think he was held to under 100 yards. Pretty close, though. You know, it's that kind of situation when you look at this game, and a lot of guys, they say, you know what? Jeff Fisher's a good coach. And every time I hear that, it's just like, okay, what has he done? I think he went to the one Super Bowl where the guy was like short 1 yard. Other than that, he didn't really want Vince Young. And instead of utilizing Vince Young the way that he should have, he was against him for the most part, but Vince Young won, so he couldn't really do nothing when he was at the Titans. I don't think that Jeff Fisher's a great coach. That's my opinion. I think he should be fired. You know, because he's not worth the money. You might as well use that on a player or something, because certain coaches don't make the team better. And just because a coach is considered a great coach because he's coached teams that had above 500 records doesn't mean that they should be, you know, paid ridiculous money like they get things done. He's a good defensive coach, and that's about it. I don't see anything else that's so, you know, crazy about him where everybody's like, oh, bro, Jeff Fisher. No, the dude hasn't done anything. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased about him, but like I've been watching him for a long time, and he hasn't really done anything to excite me. And I don't know, man. I don't know how the Rams fans feel, but I think that's something that would shake that whole team up. You fire the hell out of Jeff Fisher, because I don't know what's going on. Mike Zimmer had a lot of things to say about that you know, the quote unquote dirty play that happened to Teddy Bridgewater. He wanted to fight somebody. Mike Zimmer's a gangster. I like that dude, man. I like what he's doing with the Vikings. Like I said, they're tied with the Green Bay Packers. He had a lot to say at that post conference. It was hilarious. But again, Jeff Fisher, I don't expect anything out of Jeff Fisher. I really just don't. And I don't know if the Rams should either. Jaguars at the Jets. Jets 28, Jaguars 23. Good stuff by Brandon Marshall, pushing the guy right down in the end zone in front of the ref, and the guy not getting a call. But either way, the Jets struggled to win this game. Blake Bortles' late interception cost them. But I was very disappointed in the Jets, the way that they made the Jaguars hang around. I still like them this Thursday against the Buffalo Bills, just for the simple fact that Rex Ryan is the coach. That's the only reason. Other than that, I'm not impressed with the Jets. I don't think that they are something that anybody should fear. I don't think they have an identity yet. You know, Chris Ivory runs for a boatload of yards one week, then he does nothing the next week. I don't know what he's doing, and I don't know what the Jets are doing as a whole overall staff. I just think they're a hot mess that's about to implode, and that's pretty much what it is there. The Jaguars are looking like they're showing life, man. Blake Bortles, he had a pretty decent game until that late pick. You know, you guys got to give them credit, man. The Jaguars are playing their heart out right now. They're really fighting. Notice that they're losing, you know, they're losing games, but I'm not looking for their coach to be fired, because I'm seeing them play with, you know, aggressiveness and fortitude, and they're fighting and they want to win. That shows a lot. You know, they may come up with the losses, but, you know, Hearns connected with Blake Bortles, a lot of things like that. You know, these are things that, you know, make the start for things to change. When you keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what they're doing. So, you know, that's the whole situation about, you know, what's going on with that. And I really just don't know what else to say about the Jags other than they're improving a lot, man. They're really, really, really going. They're really starting to, you know, they're starting to change my mindset about them, because they're playing so goddamn hard. You know, it's really starting to look good, man, for, you know, for the league overall, that a lot of teams that people that you know counted out are starting to play very, very well. And speaking of teams that people counted out, the Raiders played a hell of a game, man. The Raiders at the Steelers. Steelers 38, Raiders 35. Obviously, we know Ben Roethlisberger got injured again. The guy just doesn't know how to stay on the field anymore. I don't think his body's cooperating with him anymore. He might need to go sit down. and just be a stay-at-home dad or something. Because he's not, you know, he's not that Iron Man that he once was, and that's what the human body does, man. It breaks down, and you got to listen to it. You got to understand, man. You got to listen to it. You gotta just know when it's time to walk away from the game. And that looks like what's happening with the Steelers. Let me just say this about D'Angelo Williams and that boy Antonio Brown. God damn, they combined for like 500-something yards of offense. What the F were the Raiders doing? I don't know what the F the Raiders... Listen, I know that, you know, Crab-ass Crabtree had a late touchdown in the end to help out. David Carr was playing great. Amari Cooper, if he could have just got his foot down, it was just so many Fs, but then you expect that from the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? You expect that because they're the Raiders. But they were trying to get us away from that from the first couple games, and, you know, they just fell right back into that little loop, man. And it's just like, damn, guys, like, you don't want to get out of that? Like, you're known as bums. You don't want to change it up a little bit? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, try to do something different or whatever. It's not working out for them, man. To be honest with you. Other than that, you know, this was a high-scoring game. This was a lot of stuff. A lot of records were broken. Dudes are just putting in work on the Steelers. But we got to see what happens with Landry Jones, because, like I said, man, Michael Vick just should not play ever again in this league. After seeing what he's done, he's fragile. He's not consistent. He's not accurate for the most part. And I think his time's over. I think after this season, nobody picks him up because he's not, the Vick of old is gone. And it's just so crazy that he had a second chance at being signed again with the Eagles, even after that whole BS thing that he had to go through. And he was just never the same after that jail time, man. He was never the same, and it's unfortunate that that happened to him. It was unfortunate that that's something that he was a part of, but he's just not the same thing, and it's just really bad, because I know he probably looks back like, damn, what happens if he would have stayed in Atlanta, kept doing the same things they were building around him? Probably Matt Ryan wouldn't, you know, Bino Matt Ryan, a lot of things wouldn't have happened. It just makes me feel a little bad for him, bro. That's the way that his career is about to end, bro. But he's just not consistent. He's not accurate. He's still fast as hell, though. He's faster than a lot of these running backs in the league right now. It's just not there no more, man. So Landry Jones should be the starter, which I think he's going to be, while Big Ben, you know, rehabs and do whatever the F he has to do, because he's pretty much on his way out. And you know, that's it, man. That it is what it is right there. It is what it is, man. The Raiders is playing well, but they're just not doing enough to get over the hump right now. Giants at the Buccaneers. Giants 32, Buccaneers 18. Other than OBJ body slamming, what was it, Verner? Who picked them up? I forgot who picked them up. It wasn't anything really too exciting about this game. I expected the Bucs to lose. Jameis Winston looks like he's slimming down, but he still looks fat. It's weird. It wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot of excitement in this game. I think that what's that? What is that? Jennings, the running back, Rashad Jennings. He's a bum. Like he's just a filling running back. I'm looking at the game. I'm like, is no explosiveness. There's nothing from him. I don't know why he's still there. I don't know why he's still on that team. I really just don't. I don't know what's happening. Pierre-Paul looked like a complete idiot with that glove on his hand. You know, guys make a lot of bad decisions, but I'm going to tell you this right now. When you get the opportunity to do something that less than probably 2% of the goddamn collegiate level gets to do and play in the NFL as a starter, you don't make decisions like that by, you know, like playing with fireworks and doing dumb shit like that. Like, I don't know what, he just looks like a clown. And, you know, he made some plays, he did some hurries, whatever, but Jameis Winston was eluding him and doing stuff that usually, you know, JPP wouldn't have allowed. It was very stupid to watch it, because every time I saw him line up, I was like, what is he doing? It didn't even make any sense. Like, it was just so annoying to watch him with a glove. He's like a little kid that just looks stupid out there. I don't think he can help the Giants much. I don't know what the Giants are going to do, but I don't think that he stays with the Giants after the season, honestly. Even if he starts doing stuff, he just looks ridiculous, man. And then every time you look at him, you're like, what? You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like, what? What is he doing? Like, people ask me, like, why is he wearing a mitt? Why is he wearing a mitten like a little kid? Like, I don't know what he's doing, man. It's not like he got an injury on the field and he had surgery. The dude was playing with firecrackers and blew his fingers off. You know, the dude got freaking lobster tail fingers now. Like, I don't know what he... Yeah, it was just so annoying to watch it. I can't believe that these guys make these decisions when they have the opportunities that they have. That is... You could do other things. Like, you know, I don't believe that it's ever okay to do a DUI. But sometimes guys think they could hold their liquor and shit like that, and things like that, go to jail for DUI and those dumb mistakes that dudes make on a regular basis. But blowing your fingers off is just so stupid. As a like, why are you even there doing that? Why are you the star of the attraction? Why are you doing that? Why are you a firework guru and you're a starting defensive end on the New York Giants? That doesn't make any sense, bro. And like, looking at this, it just pissed me off. Like, the whole time I'm sitting there looking at it, like, look at this dumbass. Like, oh, here we go, dumbass. And I just kept on saying it. I was just really, really, really frustrated just watching him do it. And that's pretty much it with that, man. I couldn't really, I just hated the whole situation. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump to the Falcons at the 49ers. Falcons 16, 49ers 17. Blaine Gabbert started. He threw the ball a lot better than Kaepernick. Well, Kaepernick is a bum. He got to go in the game while Gabbert was injured for a little bit, and he threw a pass that was a little bit high. Whatever, he was just doing the same things. Whatever. He's just a douche. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just annoyed with him because of it. Like I said, his at the podium when he did that one of those interviews early in the season where he's like, I get to be who I want to be. I'm not being somebody else no more. Like, bro, who are you trying to talk? You trying to talk about Jim Harbaugh, like making you do something else? What, win? Making you do something else, like win? Like, bro, you're a bum. You're on the bench. I don't see you coming over. Blaine Gabbert beating on the Falcons. You ain't coming off the bench for a little bit, Cap. You know what I'm saying, bro? You might as well just get solid in there. Probably he got his money, so he don't care. I don't know if they gave him a decent deal, but I know they're probably mad angry if they did. I don't remember because I wasn't really following it like that, but I know he was demanding more money. I think they did give it to him, but he's a bum in this league right now. And I think the only way that he can revamp his career is going to a team like the Eagles with the read option, or somebody that really runs the read option and the zone read on a regular basis. Other than that, he's pretty much done in this league. Matt Ryan, aka Matty Dry Ice, is a clown, and I don't know what the Falcons are doing. The Falcons really just lost to the 49ers. A team that people thought, based on their schedule, would possibly go undefeated, has now lost to bums consecutively. This team, I don't know, Dan Quinn, you started off well, but welcome to the NFL. Very, very unpredictable. Very, very ridiculous with the things that go on with it. So you can never know exactly what's going to happen, but this is unacceptable. You don't lose to a 49er team with Blaine Gabbert as a starting quarterback. You just don't do it. It just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you don't like go out on a date, on a first date with Taco Bell, and then sit in the car with the windows up afterwards. Like, it's just things you don't do because you're going to fart, bro. This is a dumb... Yo, man, I'm just very disappointed in the Falcons, like I know a lot of dudes are. And kudos to the 49ers. You pulled something out. You pulled a rabbit out your ass. I don't know. I didn't expect you to win. I bet that you guys wouldn't. You guys cost me. Bro, look, it happens. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not going to sit up here and say that I thought you guys were going to beat it. I thought Blaine Gabbert was the worst quarterback in the NFL based on all the stuff that I heard from these aficionados, but apparently the Falcons D welcomed him to do whatever he wanted. And that's pretty much the way it happened. This game disgusted me. I'm done talking about it. Broncos at the Colts. Broncos 24, the Colts 27. Andrew Luck steps up. This league is just... I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this game, bro. Other than Peyton Manning will always let you down. He's sort of like the New York Jets. He's going to always let you down. Like, you cannot lose to the Colts at this point. You cannot. Okay, wow. The Colts fire Pep Hamilton and say that he's the problem, and all of a sudden they're having monster hard practices and all kind of crap. Come on, man. Listen, bro. Pep Hamilton wasn't a problem, and they got a win against the Broncos, but it was overdue. The defense played well. They bumped the receivers. They got up in Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning's noodle arm shined. Bro, his noodle arm, bro, it shined. You know what I'm saying? In a wrong way. But this is what I was saying in the beginning. You can never compare Peyton Manning to Tom Brady. Peyton Manning is not, listen, I would never take Peyton Manning if I was starting an all-star team with the players of this season. 2015 NFL season, if I was starting an all-star team, it is no way that I'm taking Peyton Manning as my quarterback. It is no, and that's not to say that he's not a great quarterback. He's just not clutch. He doesn't make plays when it counts. He does things like this. He throws picks. He does ridiculousness on a regular basis. It just happens. It just happens. The guy just doesn't make plays. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what to say about this guy, bro. Like, he's in Papa John commercials. He's doing all this stuff, and you can't beat the Colts. You can't break a record that you need 200-something yards to break. Yo, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what to say. I'm really at a loss of words. It doesn't make any sense that you can't close the deal, Peyton. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. It just, I can't. I really can't. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, like, right now they're trying to do all this thing where they're going to do a whole documentary on him after he passed Brett Favre, who was another guy that just threw the ball anywhere at any time, and usually it was a pick. And, you know, only thing that makes him, he was a very electrifying player. He made good plays sometimes. He's not clutch, as we know in the Super Bowl. You know, he threw a pick for 6, as we all know. It's just a very, I don't know, man. It just really boggles my mind when you talk about greatness. When you talk about greatness and you talk about Peyton Manning, what is he great at? He's a great regular season quarterback. That's what he should be known as, a great regular season quarterback. And in most times, he can't even close the deal in the regular season, as we see right now. You let Andrew Bad Luck come in there and beat on you. Andrew Bad Luck. You really made this man come in there and beat on you. Oh, and then the Luck's right. Oh, yeah, you know, Pep Hamilton. Like, bro, you fired Pep Hamilton. Okay, bro. Okay, yeah, Pep Hamilton's the problem. Okay, bro. Okay, Andrew Bad Luck. Okay. This is just a joke. But the Broncos, at the end of the day, man, I guess we could go ahead and wipe them off of doing anything, because as long as you have Peyton Manning at quarterback, you're not going to win when it counts. I'm very surprised. Remember when they won that Super Bowl, when they went to the Super Bowl, remember they went to the half down 17 to the Patriots. They just came back and beat them. Listen, Peyton Manning was trying to give them the game. Peyton Manning was trying to give that game away when they did win the Super Bowl. And then you go and play against Lovie Smith. Listen, bro, anybody can coach and beat Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith is a clown in this league. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it misconstrued that anybody thought that the Bears had a chance of beating the Colts when they went to the Super Bowl. Lovie Smith was coaching that team, okay? So let's not give Tony Dungy too much credit. You know, you're coaching a guy that doesn't know his freaking ass cheeks from his elbows in Lovie Smith, okay? And I'm being nice about that. Just look at what the guy, like, come on. I just had enough of this, man. I just can't, I can't do it anymore. I can't just let these guys do whatever. They're not performing. They're not coaching well. Things are not being done properly. And that's the bottom line. Eagles at the Cowboys. Before I get into this game, I'm going to go ahead and say, man, you know, it's a lot of things that's been going on about Greg Hardy. The pictures were released. I don't know how the pictures were released. If everything was settled out of court, it's not on his record and all that stuff. He probably forgot the gag order. Maybe his lawyer screwed up. But the pictures caused a lot of outrage. A lot of people compared it to Ray Rice. The difference between a picture and a video is the video is undisputable. You know what I'm saying? The video, you see it actually happening. It's vicious. Ray Rice was, you know, he was a boxing champion in the elevator with his wife that night, his fiance. But the pictures, you don't know exactly what happened, which is why Jerry Jones has an out. Yeah, he beat the hell out of her, but we don't, like, Jerry Jones' excuses, okay, it's a picture, things could have been done to it, whatever. People reacted crazy about it, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If there was a video of him doing that, that's a completely different story. But Jerry Jones, as an owner, is like, okay, is he benefiting my football team? What's the pros and cons? You know what I'm saying? That's how an owner's looking at it. A guy that is like, look, we need some help on defense, especially while Tony Romo is not here, blah, 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 blah. Those pictures were crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know exactly what, if the pictures were altered, what was going on. We don't know exactly, you know what I'm saying? Pictures, the thing that bothers me about pictures is a lot of times people release pictures that have been altered in a lot of ways. If that is the actual picture of what Greg Hardy did, Greg Hardy should not be playing in the NFL. It's a very point-blank period statement. I don't know if she's healed since then, but the reasoning behind what he's saying is that, what Jerry Jones is saying is that, look, we weren't able to see the pictures prior. We're seeing the pictures now, but a lot of things can be done to pictures. If it's video evidence is completely different. But then again, if the girl comes out and speaks about it and portrays it that way, see, I don't know. It's very, very difficult to really understand exactly what's going to happen and why nothing was done about this. You know what I'm saying? Because his suspension was reduced. Everybody, you know, is mad at the Players Association, but that's what they're paid to do. Lawyers are lawyers, regardless. They're going to fight for the wrong thing. Whatever pays them, they're going to do what they got to do. It is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out, though, is if he really did that, how was he on the other side of the ball with Witten, Jason Witten, who was adamant about domestic violence and not having it around? It doesn't make any sense to me what's going on with the Cowboys. The Cowboys is a hot mess. Bottom line is, they lost the game. They lost the game in overtime because Matt Castle's a bum. And, you know, as good as the O-line is, bad things always seem to happen. You know, he threw a pick six. Matt Castle, I knew Matt Castle's going to do things like that. He's going to throw pick sixes. Tony Romo did it for a long time before he got better. You're going to throw pick sixes, but, you know, Matt Castle's always going to throw a pick six. It's going to happen, bro. It's like sex with Kobe Bryant. It's going to happen regardless if you want it to or not. So you guys got to understand something. When you guys, the Cowboy fans that put all their faith, you know, we got to get one, we got to get one. I don't know, man. I don't know. But the biggest story that was everything, like the elephant in the room, was Greg Hardy. Like, I don't even want to talk about the game. I'm just like, damn, Greg Hardy's a big motherfucker. Like, and he's beating on that chick like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm like, damn, goddamn. Like, you look at the picture, and the first thing you say, no matter what, you're Christian, you whatever, Baptist, Jew, whatever you are, even if you don't do profanity, you know, you don't use profanity, you're like, goddamn. Like, you see the picture, like, they had it all over Twitter. It's like, what the hell? What did she do? What exactly did she do that you couldn't just walk away? You had to stay there and beat her like that. You couldn't just walk away. That's my problem with it. When a man can actually stay there and actively beat on a woman, that is so crazy to me that they're able to do that. That, like, bruh, if you get into a tussle, you push her down and you run out, like, bruh, I'm not trying to get involved with her, let me push her and run out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes a woman gets crazy and you're like, all right, I gotta get out of here. She crazy. Like, bro, yeah, she crazy. Push her down, run out the house. All right, cool. You know, hold her really tightly and move her to the side and run out. Just get away from her. Because if a woman makes you that upset, you shouldn't be around her. And that's what a lot of these young men have to understand, because that's a very crazy picture that was released. And look, I just thought it's a picture. If he did do that, he should not be playing in the NFL. He should be released and be banned the same way that Ray Rice is. Ray Rice is never going to be the same. He's going to be legendary in his own right because of what he did. That motherfucker turned into Mike Tyson in an elevator with cameras everywhere. He's the dumbest man I've ever seen in my life. But Greg Hardy seems to be just as dumb. It is what it is, man. I don't know what's gonna come of it. It's a very, very delicate situation. We're all birthed. Is that how you say it? Birthed by women. We should have a lot more care and respect for them. Even if you don't agree with them, just leave them alone. Bro, look. Just get the hell out of there. I always tell my friends, listen, oh yeah, my girl's doing it. Bro, run away. Don't get yourself in a situation where it's like, okay, now it's on. Just get away, bro. Leave. Why are you actively staying there to beat on her, bro? I don't get it. It's a very disgusting thing to talk about. Bottom line is the Cowboys are done. I don't see how they make the playoffs, even with Tony Romo. Tony Romo should just stay out for the rest of the season, let them do what they're doing. They suck. The Eagles, Chip Kelly, they found a way to do it. DeMarco Murray just had a freaking hell of a night. Ryan Matthews also. Jordan Matthews, all kind of Matthews. You know, Riley Cooper got injured. I thought he wanted to fight a couple N-words like he said in that video. I don't know, but he went to the locker room. I thought that's what he was going to go do, go fight a couple N-words. But it is what it is. I think the Eagles completely knocked the Cowboys out of contention in the NFC East, and that is it. If you guys didn't remember my picks from last week for my previous video, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bears tonight because I think the Chargers suck. And that's the Week 9 recap for the Sunday games. Stay tuned for the Monday night recap, which will be coming to you tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Share it. Subscribe. Until next time. One love.